people's egos.
I don't get it.
In business, I don't have an ego. In business, I have an ego in general. But when it comes to business,
That's why I don't want people to shout at you for £8.
it's not. You know what it is? It's the abuse and entitlement that I've got to the point now where I can't be on the field anymore.
Yeah, so now this new project, let's say you got 120 budget. What did you decide you wanted to do now?
So I've opened up another restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, with this 120. So obviously at this time now, I thought I've got a bit of money. I thought let me get a project manager and a contractor. So they're all in one. They've started to do the project. So August they started doing the demolition. By September 15th, 16th, going to October, I'm looking in there, and I've done building projects now. I've done 3 or 4. So I know
Because you know the concept of it. Yeah.
I'm looking in there now, and it's not moving. So I'm ringing this brother. I'm not gonna out you just yet because you still owe me money. I'm gonna wait. If I don't get my money in 2 weeks, and today's date is the 5th of December.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got 2 weeks. I'm
Give into the 20th.
Don't worry. Don't worry. So this brother, I'm getting angry again.
So the
now,
project
man.
manager.
The project manager and the contractor, they're one. They're the same person.
Oh.
The person managing the project and the person who's the contractor getting all the builders, they're the same person.
The same person, okay.
So we started the project. He said the project was going to cost me X amount of money. Okay. So to do his part was to get the demolition done and to get it to decorating. Okay.
So get it to a certain point.
So basically to do the dry lining, which is the plasterboarding, and just to get the place to decorating point.
Yeah.
So they call it the first fix. So you you lay the pipes for where all the toilets are going to go and the taps are going to go, but you don't put the taps in. So you just have everything's ran. All the cables will be hung. So where that spotlight is, where the camera can see is, that spotlight there, he would run the cable to hang, but there's no spotlight.
There's no spotlight.
That's where it was meant to be.
Yeah.
So he's told me 30 grand to get this whole place to where it's plasterboarded and the wires are there. So it doesn't mean
can
anything.
then take over the
so
next
then I would then choose what lights I want, what sink
how you want it to look, all the light, the aesthetics, how you want the light to bounce.
And that was meant to be done in 6 weeks to 2 months.
And that's from August.
From August. So
basically, end of September, even 8 weeks. I give you 8 weeks, end of September.
So by October the 1st, I should now be putting paint on the walls.
Yeah. Today's December the 5th.
I'm still not finished yet. So I got in, I'm looking at the cameras one day. I said, there's nobody in there on Monday. So maybe there's a problem in one of his other projects. So maybe nobody's here. Tuesday, I said, Olorun dáríjì mí, Jésù. There's nobody
God
here.
forgive me, Jesus.
I said, no, I translated. I said, nobody is here. Wednesday, I'm bringing the brother. I said, yo, bro, what's going on? Didn't pick up. Friday, he sent me text. I said, bro, I'm ringing you. Why are you texting me?
Yeah.
How long story short, the whole of the week, I didn't hear from him. I said, all right, cool. I went and found out where he lives in it. So I've gone to his house now.
You've had to do that?
I've had to go to his house.
So someone that's your project manager?
Yes. So I'm beating the door down now. His pops, this is a true story. His pops has come to the door. And now I'm thinking to myself, it's disrespectful. How are you going to a man's dad's house? But I need my money. Yo, dad's answered the door. I said, yo, big man, like, where's your son, man? Like,
yeah, this is what I'm doing.
This is what's going on. Like, I've got a project going and he's not picking up his phone. It's a week into the project. I ain't heard from him. Bring your son. Brings his son. His son takes 2 hours to get there. Son comes to the son walks up the street. Son's kind of trying to do this whole tuggy tug. I said,
oh, like, what are you doing at my dad's house? What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here?
Yeah, like, I've come to you because I've got nowhere else to go.
Cut long story short, at that point, he owed me 12 grand. Yeah?
Yeah.
So he's paid me about 6 grand out of the 12 grand. But wait, now that I'm now doing the second fix, which is now connecting stuff, things are not working.
So the initial thing you're meant to do.
I'm now to remove everything.
Oh, so you've had to basically do the whole project yourself?
I've had to break everything down that I start. So imagine I've boarded but not painted. So I've now boarded things. I've now to remove the boarding because some of the electrics, I'll give you an example of what's happened. In electrics, they're called things circuit and rings.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, I know that, yeah.
Now, what will happen now is this. That kitchen is on one ring, which means if that kitchen never has a short circuit, only the kitchen will go down electric-wise, not the rest of this building.
Yeah, it tricks itself, yeah.
But what's happened now
the warehouse. This one goes, that one stays.
He's wired things now on the same ring and circuit so that, imagine the kitchen goes, this light here will go off when it's meant to be on separate rings.
It's separate. It's also, there's a board and you have to put them all on different switches.
The plumbing, when you're doing plumbing, all the pipes have to be at a slight slope so that the water can trickle down. How he's connected the soul stacks is like this. So basically, if you do it, the water's going to go up and come straight back down.
So it's going to start causing
overflowing.
Yeah,
so I've had to now remove the plasterboard and remove the soul stack to start again. So cut long story short, I've had to now spend an extra 15k on top of the 12k you owe me. He's giving me, so now he owes me about 17 grand. I've been chasing the brother for money. He's telling me the money's coming in. I'm taking out this loan. Cut long story short, bear in mind I gave him money to do the project. I now have to go into my own money now.
Well, you have to pay for the project
No, remember, when builders start work, let's say the
You give
demolition
them a
starts.
deposit.
You give him a deposit. So
Yeah.
the project was meant to be 30k. So I gave him 7 bags at the beginning to start the project. Just get his workers in, do the demolition.
Yeah,
start
let
everything.
them boys
So
start,
as it's going on now, I'm giving them more money. Cut long story short, I'd given up to about the 28 bags.
2K short of
Yeah,
the 30.
but I added more stuff to the job. So initially, so it's now gone to 40k.
Yeah.
But up to what he has done, he hasn't done up to 28k worth of work.
Okay,
Does that make
yeah.
sense? So now I'm chasing him now for the money. So good bit of advice. And this is where I have made a mistake because it was a friend who knew him that recommended him, and he started doing my cousin's project. So my cousin's project's in Catford. So he started doing that project and it started off well. So I thought, let me look at that first part of my money.
Yeah.
That project started off good. But what I tell you what he does, how he gets his jobs. He underprices the job to get the job.
Yeah.
So that you will get your quotes and see that he's maybe 6 or 7 bags cheaper than the rest.
Yeah.
So once you've used him now to get the job, oh, funny enough, this is another person he's bumped. I want the camera to hear this. Yo! So what's that saying? So where is he now with the job?
He come, what day was it? I think it was maybe back on a Saturday. I'm not sure. Maybe Saturday he came. And so I came quick. I was with my dad in the living room and he came there. I don't remember what day it was, but there's no work done that day, just put it like that.
So basically, that whole of last week, nothing was done. Just so the camera knows, I'm not waffling.
So it's a scheme.
Listen, you know what he does as well? He'll go and get builders, yeah? Get them into the house to do the work and not pay them as well. So basically, imagine you're a builder. So he'll come to the project to do the job.
Yeah.
You'll do the job, he'll tell you that he'll pay you in a week. So basically, do the work, he'll wait in a week. He'll then turn his phone
So
on.
the builders will now be in your
He'll now
yard.
come to the yard.
It'll be your yard.
Come
You'll
in,
be
sit in there in the
you're
house.
thinking,
So basically, this builder came to my mate's yard and sat in the yard and said he wasn't leaving for payment. And the guy was like,
but I paid
I
my
paid
man,
him.
yeah. And you show him like, bro, look, I paid him. You know what? Let me tell you something, yeah? Same way we're talking about business. Strangers are better.
Yeah. And I'll say, generally
But
speaking,
I know
yeah.
we all this recommend man. Brother, recommend yourself. I'll get to that stranger.
Yep.
I'm going to look on Trustpilot, bear reviews,
And check
good guy.
everything.
I'm going to run him his piece. He's going to do my job. I'm going to give him another review. All this I know
Yeah.
I know you means I can't beat you up.
I got fixed. You fixed me.
Bruv, too much I know you means I can't beat you up.
No, this one I can.
Oh, this one you...
I've got to the point where I don't even mind. But I'm not going to say your name just yet. I'm going to give you the respect to finish off what you need to finish.
What, is he public? People know him like he's
No,
alright.
it's not. But what it is that I always say that if you're going to out somebody, yeah. So
Yeah.
I say to people that if I owe you money, I owe you something, or
Yeah.
I've done you something. Let's say it was to do the restaurant, and then maybe, God forbid, I owed you a higher fee or something.
Yeah.
The moment you come out in public and mention it, that's your payment.
Yeah.
That's your payment. You,
Yeah.
if I owe you peas and you come and do embarrassment, or you come and do kamikaze
I'm not
and
running
jihad,
it.
or whatever it's called, that's your peas.
Bruv, you know what? What was I
You've
saying?
accepted-
I'll say
that's
that
your
to you.
payment.
So I sent one guy, he does money transfer.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I must have messaged, and you know what? I should have followed my spirit. I needed some pounds and I had Naira, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you know what? Someone else has sent me money through this guy.
Yep.
But the guy had a formula that was a bit weird.
Yep.
But I still got it all, right? So this time around, I sent him peas, and I think he's meant to give me like 12 and a half bags.
Yep.
So then he goes to me, oh, send the rest, so then it will total up to the money you wanted. I'm like, cool. So I sent him like 10 M Naira.
But in your back of your mind, we knew it didn't make sense.
Yes.
But we still can't do it like idiots.
Yes, because I'm thinking, if I don't, no, this is the thinking. If I don't do it, man will think I'm on a joke thing. That's the wrong thinking.
Yep.
As soon as I feel it's a bit shaky, I'm not
Don't
doing
do
it.
it. Yep.
Forget what man thinks, because it's
I've
like,
learned.
oh, but you said you're going to do this. Is it? So now I'll send him the next one. So now altogether he's meant to give me about like 60 bags. But then he said within an hour, I was like 4 hours later, I just started banging off his line. But where's the peas? Where's the peas?
Yeah.
Where's the peas? First thing first, I said, you see that second person I sent it to, you said it's your cousin. Let me get that back. I don't need that one.
Yeah.
He brought it back down to the 12 something. But before he sent me something pounds and something now. I knew there was already something wrong.
Yeah.
Brother, till today, that first 10 M pay that is meant to give me 12 and a half. The guy, I can show you the message on my phone. This is the other
So
day.
they still owe you the money.
Brother, you're showing me message. Our stories, our shit. These people, bro, there's schemers in this world, bro.
Wait, the guy still owes you the
Bro,
money.
there's schemers in this world, bro, because I can't injure you.
And that's the problem.
See what it is?
Because you can't go to jail.
You see where
that's
it is?
the problem
But
now.
and I can't say this. I started understanding why some people beat man up.
But you can't go jail.
Once I beat you up, that's my money done. So if I'm not getting my money, should
That's
I
one of
beat
the
you
two
up?
things. Yes, you should.
But if I beat you up, you now can call a lockdown on
And
me.
you go to jail for
and I go to
GBH.
jail for beating you up on top of my money.
But it's long.
Look at the guy. I just blocked him on Friday. This is me writing to him, petty thief. Look. F your cause, go die. Bruv, I was
petty thief.
going
You called him a
mad,
petty
bruv.
thief.
I called him a petty, bruv, I called him loads of names, bruv. Since August, you haven't even given me 1p. My brother always said something, the longer man takes to pay you,
Yes,
the less chance you get it.
yes.
Now, that's one way. I know I'm not getting that. I'll tell you another situation, yeah? Me and a guy are doing business. This is why I say to people, forget all that, introduce. I told you this and I made a mistake. I said, don't introduce no one.
Yeah.
Stay the middleman. I see, I swear it was you and Chizo that made me do that
yeah.
bad thing. This was the worst advice you could have given me in my life.
That's
Let me
that
tell
bad
you,
thing.
the worst advice could have given me in my life, and I think maybe it was off. I don't know why I did it. So I'm doing business with someone, and then I'm like, you know what? He's asking me questions. I say, you know what? Just roll with me. I'll show you a few things.
Yeah.
I've introduced him to one guy.
Yeah.
Right? But one guy that buys from me, but he's a big buyer.
Yeah.
So now he's still selling through me, and then all of a sudden, it's like man's creating. It's weird. Like man's creating an argument.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. We fall out. Next thing I know, man's still supplying my man.
What do you mean?
So the guy that's giving me food.
Yeah,
to
yeah, I
give
know what you mean, yeah,
the
yeah.
man's giving me food to give you.
Yeah.
Right? He's created a scenario with me.
Yeah.
We're falling out. I said, cool. Here's your piece.
Yeah.
Me and you ain't doing things no more. Cool. You say you're not doing this biz. It's not your biz.
Yeah.
Right.
But then he's still doing business with the other
He's
guy.
now still doing biz with you. And then I found out they're doing biz so much. I'm sitting down thinking,
Wow. So I brought you in, you've cut me out, and now you're doing business.
so I'm telling you people now, Chizo and Gable gave me bad advice. If you go back and watch that clip, I said never introduce man. Stay in the middle, man, and get your money. Introduction means a devil is going to play with a man's mind. Introduction means devil's going to creep in. Look, you can tell me whoever you want to tell me you are. That's your own. But the devil creeps in where the angel resides. You're not going to have 100%. Wherever there's an angel, there's devil. So we're looking at all this. You got your own, and I know you got more stories. It happens on road and off road.
Yeah.
It happens in business and non-business. But the difference with this thing called business is you can't smack them up.
But see with the road you can. That's why I like the road.
Bruv, I'm telling
And
you.
listen, someone jokes on the street, yeah, you can bright them up,
Bruv,
and they can't
smack
go
him up.
police. This brother now, yeah, is Fimble. He's shaped like Marvin. He's Fimble. But if I fight him, I know he's gonna call the police.